Hello everyone and welcome back. This is going to be a simple general Clow card reading for the sign of Aries for the month of December 2022. For this reading I'm only going to draw 4 cards and each card will represent a general message for that week. There are 4 weeks in December, so 1 card per week. Today I'm using the Sakura cards. So not the normal Clow cards, but the Sakura Clow cards. So, let's see what the cards have in store for Aries for December 2022. Aries, December 2022. Aries, December 2022. Let's see. Alright, let's see. For the first week of December for you Aries, we have the card, the Sand. So, the Sand is also a card about getting back to the basics of spirituality. It's about reconnecting with the divine, feeling like you're a part of something greater than just yourself. So sometimes when we see the Sand, it can feel like your spirituality or your spiritual practices become a little bit complicated or a little disorganized or a little bit even lackluster. So this is about sometimes utilizing spirituality or even religion, depending on who you are, to kind of get back to basics with yourself. You can use it as a form of structure or healing for yourself. So with this card's appearance, it's more about using faith to help yourself to overcome adverse situations. If you're not feeling good lately, it could be a good time to rely on spirituality, religious practices, even something simple as meditation or just being out in nature. These kinds of things really help us to reconnect to ourselves. And with that being said, we can use spirituality as a form of empowerment, as a tool, really. So the first week of December for you Aries, I see you, maybe there's room for becoming more organized in the first week of the month in December. And if you choose to go down the path of utilizing spiritual practices, meditative techniques, or even religion, it will help you to kind of get a bearing on things and be able to move forward in a more organized and empowered way as you head forward into the month. The second week of the month, we have the Freeze. The Freeze is a card about numbing yourself to the world, because sometimes things in the world can be hurtful. People, environments you find yourselves in, certain relationships, they can be hurtful, they can hurt you, they can make you feel bad. Certain things can make you feel some kind of way. And sometimes when it happens to us one too many times, or a very bad time, it can force us to kind of rely on self-defense mechanisms to where we feel like we want to kind of close off and make ourselves kind of frozen to the world. We want to make ourselves numb to the world around us. It's kind of like using apathy as a defense mechanism. You could be freezing out friends or those people close to you, the people who want to help you, the people who want you to feel better and do better. Because you've been hurt so many times or because you are hurting, you may be wanting to push people away or, like I said, freeze people out. And you could also be potentially indulging in things that have a numbing effect on you, like indulging in alcohol or indulging in overeating, just indulging in things excessively as a form of numbing yourself. So you could also be giving people the cold shoulder at this time. So somebody could upset you, or maybe even a group of people, or even the whole world, and you are basically just giving the cold shoulder a lot. Now, this kind of behavior is normal for humans. We all have moments like this, but the important thing to remember is you don't want to stay in this frame of mind. You don't want to stay in these feelings. You want to make sure you find a way to thaw yourself out and experience the fullness of life. So with that, you want to be able to take chances on new people or experiences. You want to be able to, really thrive a little bit and learn from these moments, because It's good to have your guard up sometimes. It's good to have boundaries with people, but you don't want to have your guard up so much to the point where you're shutting everyone and everything out. So in the second week of December, it's okay to, have a wall around yourself, but you don't want the wall to be so high that nobody can get over it. You want to be able to have some discernment with who you choose to freeze out. So in the third week of December for Aries, we have the Fiery. Now, the Fiery card is a card about lashing out. It is a card of having a very strong will, very, very passionate emotions. It's about being quick to anger. Now, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. These, again, are just human emotions. And, we all get angry from time to time. Something could be happening in the month of December in the third week to make you mad. So somebody could be getting on your nerves. Somebody could do something that makes you mad, rightfully so. But the important thing is that there is enough anger in this week that it merited coming up in this reading. So with that kind of anger, when we have that much anger, it's really important that we get a handle on ourselves, emotionally speaking. We don't want to let our anger overtake us, make us do things that we will regret, make us do things that are necessarily offensive or that could mess things up for ourselves later on down the line. So what we want to do is maybe try to channel our anger constructively. When we turn our fiery feelings into flaming determination, or we find a way to let it out in a positive or constructive way, or at least in a way that isn't detrimental to ourselves and those around us, that's when we are able to process the emotions properly. So just make sure that you have methods in place to help yourself to calm down. If you need to distance yourself away from someone, you need to step away. If you need to, spend time by yourself, and do things that make you feel good, watch a feel good movie, whatever it may be, because it'll look different for every person. But in the third week, when something makes you really mad, just make sure that you find a way to constructively deal with the emotions. So that way you're not just on a furious rampage, but again, even if you're rightfully angry, you're not doing things that could be harmful to your relationships, to your work, etc. as you go forward. The last card of the month for you, Aries, is the Fly. The Fly is really a really positive card. It's a card about positivity, steady positivity at that. It's a card about being up in a really good place emotionally, and it's like nobody can really bring you down. It's like you're soaring on positive emotions, and it's a really good way to end the month, for one thing, especially since it looks like you're going through some emotional things throughout the middle of the month. So for the month to end on the Fly is extremely positive, and it's very beneficial for yourself emotionally. When we have the Fly, we are really in a really good place, a very healthy place mentally and emotionally. We're able to stick to our plans. We're able to stick to our goals, especially in regards to self-improvement and self-mastery. It's like we're living life at a higher vibration, and we're like soaring high on, powerful wings of, enthusiasm and positivity for ourselves. So for the Fly to follow the Fiery and the Freeze, it's almost like you're going through, I want to say, like several different, like there are the stages of denial. These are like the stages of something else, because at first it's feeling like you need something to rest your shoulder on. You need a shoulder to lean on. And so here spirituality is the answer. Here you're feeling a little bit numb and you're feeling over it. You're feeling a little bit apathetic. Here you're feeling angry. It could result in lashing out or anger turned inwardly. But at the end of it, you're definitely overcoming it, and you're finding a way to really move past it and move forward. You're not just moving forward, you're soaring up into the sky and flying away. Flying towards the sun of positivity. So all in all, it's definitely, you have an emotional month coming for you, but it ends on such a beautiful note. So that is a small general reading for Aries for the month of December. If you would like a personalized reading or a much longer reading, then I will have a link to my Etsy shop in the description below, and you will be able to book a reading from me. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see all of you in the next one. Take care.